Hello, my fellow YouTubers and watchers, and it's the Nerd King here, and I wanted to wish you a May the 4th. Okay, so today I saw the final ever episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars, and I'm pretty sure this is the final one. No Netflix series, no cancellation. This was the episode that truly ended it all. I gotta say, I'm mixed about it. It's not because I found it bad or anything. I thought it was well structured with the impact leading the characters to the Rebel series. It was really a fast paced and you felt an adrenaline rush. It felt proper Star Wars, just the fear factor and the wonderment if there our heroes are going to get out of the situation. But the ending with Vader looking at Ahsoka's discarded lightsaber and the clone trooper helmet. Oh, I did love because for this character it was like seeing a past life almost, as the Clone Wars in story wise was just an artificial war made by the Emperor to make the Empire happen, to convert the Republic to the Empire. But still, did I think this was the best way to leave the episode? Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not that used to writing things, and I don't know what was going in the writer's head. But and maybe everyone has their own opinions about it. But what I will tell you, why I think Clone Wars in general was a masterpiece. When the first time I was introduced to Clone Wars back in 2008, the summer when they had the film come out in the cinemas, I didn't know what to make out of it. I mean, when I first saw Ahsoka, I thought she was like Shock T or something. I didn't know she was a different character. When I first saw it, I was decently amused. I was a kid at the minute. I didn't know this was a pilot for a TV show, but my God, did it grow from that. I mean, they introduced so much that I think even diehard Star Wars fans never ever thought they would have ever. Like we had a villain who used two double-bladed lightsabers. We were introduced to a concept of Moltres with the father, son, and the daughter, whose force abilities went far beyond any diehard fan could ever imagine. And we got the return of Darth Maul, who just easily stole this show. I'm gonna be honest. This show, when we first saw this pilot movie, you thought the show wasn't gonna go anywhere about 2 seasons, but then it utilized new ideas. It was willing to go push the boundaries into new territory fans would usually have laughed at, but make it canon. I loved that. I loved that the writers were willing to be so adventurous with this franchise. Additionally, what I appreciate more was character development. Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, seeing how their relationship grew in the Clone Wars was lovely. They're like the best. They're like the Batman of Robin of Star Wars, and they made it clear in Episode 4, A New Hope. But to actually see it build up was beautiful. And Ahsoka, oh, she's fantastic. She was a wonderful character, seeing who survived two wars, the Clone Wars and the Empire Wars. It just was fantastic to see how she grew, learning things and seeing the difference between black and white. Not she. It just showed how far this show knew how to do character development, and all three of them were developed very beautifully with storylines that fans could go with and some fans could understand. It was willing to say your things are flawed, but you need to learn how to deal with those flaws. That's what I liked about this show. Also, it didn't just focus on them, like whether it be Death Watch, Maul, Padme, and the Republic senators. It tried to do what War does, and that says everyone has a story. No one is limited to themselves. Like every factor in a war has a story. Like in this recent season, we saw we saw these two sisters who have been affected by the Jedi, by the war itself, and we understood, and I could understand that. I mean, war is hell, and it's horrible, and I thought that was a good idea what they did to help boost Ahsoka's character development on her views on the Jedi and her recent departure. But all in all. Clone Wars really was a lovely show. It made the prequels better. In fact, many people consider it to be the prequel, the true prequel. That and it just had heart. The people working on this wasn't a cash grab. They wanted to make a show that mattered, showed that there was more to this than three films. We got some cool development, some ideas we never expected to do. It just pioneered past the boundaries we had gotten so used to in the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. And its sibling show, Rebels, was no exception. Both these shows were great and I loved them. And also, it's impacted me a lot also as I met some good friends like JFS with you and others. This was a show made for Star Wars fans. It brought people together. It gave characters some more development or introduced characters which are now iconic, like Ahsoka and Rex. I know I'm not. I should probably go into more detail, but I'm not. I'm really hard when doing these type of videos. I just want to say I love the show. I'm glad it exists. I'm glad it had a final seventh season to clear everything up. So everyone, Dave Filoni, George Lucas, Disney Plus that made the extra season. Thank you so much for Clone Wars. Thank you for giving us a lovely character like Ahsoka Tano. Thank you for creating the dark saber. Thank you for bringing Maul back. You guys have done a wonderful job. You made a wonderful stories that I'm pretty sure that really should have been movies themselves. And I want to say you guys were fantastic. So everyone, thank you for watching this video. Check out Clone Wars, the last episode season or past seasons on websites like Kim Cartoon or Disney Plus. Thank you for everything.